What's up everyone, Andrew Baena here, and I call that demo song, I've been listening to too much peeling flesh lately. Anyways, if you're new to this channel, what I like to do for my demo videos is show you how a guitar sounds in a full demo mix, then we're going to talk about the specs and features, and give you some solo tone clips, and then last but not least, tell you my thoughts and opinions on this instrument. And today, we are taking a look at this beautiful guitar that you just saw, and it is a very, very sick one. This right here is the Jackson Pro Plus XT Kelly KE HT6 Baritone electric guitar in satin black. A very, very long title that I definitely memorized and didn't look at my screen for. So like I kind of touched on in my unboxing video, I've been very excited about this guitar in particular since I saw Jackson announce it about a month ago. And I have to give an extra special thank you to my friends over at Sweetwater for sponsoring this video and sending this guitar over to me. I really wanted it, and Sweetwater made it happen. So if you want to grab a guitar like this or pretty much any other piece of music gear you can probably think of, Sweetwater probably has you covered. There's going to be an affiliate link in the description and the pinned comment below, and if you buy anything at Sweetwater using that link, it directly helps to support my channel and I would greatly appreciate it. So with that being said, let's talk about the specs and features of this guitar. So this one in particular is the Kelly model, and it obviously has an Explorer style shape, which Jackson calls the Kelly shape. This one is a baritone guitar, so it has a much longer scale length at 27 inches, which is how I was able to tune it all the way down to drop E, because it's the same scale length as most of my 8-string guitars. So I just, you know, use the usual 8-string pack I use and just threw away the 2 high strings, because like, do I use those anyways? Anyways, as for the rest of the specs and features, we'll start with the body. So this one has Seymour Duncan, Nazgul, and Sentient pickups, a very popular pickup set for metal. I'm very familiar with these pickups, and to no one's surprise, they sound great. We have a single volume knob, which I always prefer, a 3-way toggle selector for the pickups, and then it also comes stock with a momentary kill switch, which is pretty interesting and definitely kind of random. Like, I didn't expect them to put that on any guitar stock, and it was fun to use. But anyways, that's right there. As for the rest of the specs, the body is made out of a wood called Niato, and obviously it has a satin black finish and Jackson's own hardtail bridge. I'm obviously very happy that it has a hardtail bridge because I personally don't really like floating bridge guitars, so I'm stoked about that because Jackson is known for making lots of floating bridge guitars, and it's very cool to see that they are kind of not necessarily moving away from that, but offering more options that are hardtail, because that's great for me. Moving on to the neck, we have a 3-piece maple neck with jumbo stainless steel frets. Always awesome to include stainless steel frets because they will last much longer. It also does actually have inlays on the fretboard, which you can barely see, which I personally think is really cool. They're actually blacked out shark fin inlays. I guess if I can do that, you can kind of see them there, like there, yeah. But it looks really nice with the blacked out ebony look. Same with the headstock logo is also black. Everything is blacked out, so it's really cool because everything has this very subtle effect to it. But anyways, more about the neck. So like I said, 3-piece maple neck, ebony fretboard, stainless steel frets, and a 27-inch baritone scale length with those ghost shark fin inlays. The truss rod adjustment is also at the base of the neck, which is much preferable since it works a lot more efficiently there, and also I just think it looks nice having a headstock without the cover right there, you know what I mean? We have a Graphtec Tusk nut and Jackson's own locking tuners on the back of the neck, and this guitar is crafted in Indonesia, and at the time of filming this video retails for $1,500 US. This guitar does also come with a gig bag. It's a very, very simple gig bag that does not offer much protection, to be honest, but it's nice that it at least comes with something because of the weird body style. It's very hard to find, you know, cases that fit this style of body or the Warrior one, so it's nice that they include at least something to get it from point A to point B. Again, it doesn't offer the greatest protection, but it's something. And these guitars do ship in B standard normally using, I think, a 13 to 62 approximately gauge string. But since I have it tuned to drop E, I have bumped it up way higher, so I'm using a 17 to 80. It's pretty ridiculous, but I think I like it. So that pretty much does it for the specs and features of this guitar. One other thing I wanted to note is Jackson actually released a full line of guitars that are exactly the same, just with different body styles. So they released the Kelly, a Soloist, a Monarch, and a Warrior. I was having a really hard time deciding if I wanted the Kelly or the Warrior because I think they both look awesome, but by the time I reached out to Sweetwater, they said the Warrior was already sold out, so I went with the Kelly instead. Made my decision easy. But my friend Taylor got the Warrior over on his channel, and he also just dropped a review and demo of the Warrior version of this guitar over there. Here are some of his quick thoughts, and be sure to go check out his full demo if you're interested in that.
Andrew Baena, what's up, dude? I just got this Warrior from our friends over at Jackson. This is the Baritone, you know, XT, HT. You're watching the video, you know what it is. I'm really liking this guitar a lot. I'm very interested to hear your opinions on it. I'm very interested to see if you use this kill switch at all. I'm really liking it a lot. I like the pickups a lot. I didn't notice a huge adjustment going to the baritone from my 25.5-inch scale Warrior. I'm just really stoked. Really stoked on what Jackson's doing. Very stoked for you having me on your channel. I really appreciate it. You'll have to let me know what you think, and if any of you want to see my review on this Warrior, it's over on my channel.
Everybody give a round of applause for Taylor. And with that being said, I'm going to show you how the guitar sounds by itself. You heard how it sounded in the full demo mix, but now we're going to do some solo tone clips. So I'm going to show you a heavy high gain rhythm tone, an ambient lead tone, and a little bit of a clean tone. I don't normally do that, but for you, this time I will. One more thing real quick before we get into the audio clips. I do want to mention that the guitar tone that I'm using for the heavy high gain rhythm tones is the Auto Audio 1111 plugin. This plugin is designed specifically for low tunings, and obviously since this is down in drop E, it worked really well for this. So if you like the tone that you're about to hear, go check out the link. There is a free trial and a 50% off discount code linked in the description. Okay, and last but not least are my thoughts and opinions on this instrument. Like I said in the beginning, I have been very excited to try this guitar out, and I'm very happy to say that I am not disappointed. I don't know why in particular, but for some reason, this is one of the guitars that I've been most excited to get on this channel this year. Even though it is a stock guitar, and I have a lot of cool custom shop stuff, for some reason, this one in particular just got me really excited, and I'm so happy to see Jackson doing more baritone builds in weirder shapes that aren't just a super strat or a soloist in their case. I just really like seeing extended range and baritone guitars in different shapes, and it's really awesome that Jackson is kind of leading the charge, if you will, in that realm. And like I said, this guitar so far has not disappointed at all. I really love how it sounds, plays, and feels. Like I said in my unboxing video, I do find that I actually prefer the Kelly body style a little bit more to other Explorer type guitars that I've played, because the body is a tiny bit smaller and I feel like it fits a little bit better in my lap. I know that's a weird explanation, but that's the best way I can put it. Obviously, I'm a huge fan of the 27-inch scale length and the stainless steel frets because you can tune it really, really low. Again, it comes in B standard, but I have it all the way down to drop E with like no problem at all. And I'm sure you could probably take it even a little bit lower than that if you really wanted to. Like I said, the Nazgul and Sentient pickup are exactly what I expected because I've had it in many other guitars and it never disappoints. Sounds great here as well and definitely works in a much lower tuning like drop E. So hey, I'm happy. I think if I was to be extra nitpicky about this guitar, the only thing I actually don't love is is the kill switch. Don't get me wrong, it doesn't get in the way, and it's not like a bad thing that it's there. I just personally don't think I'm going to end up using it past this demo. It's very weird to use because you have to play the guitar in it slightly differently than you'd expect. So normally, like, if you're hitting the kill switch when you would normally be picking, it sounds weird because obviously it's cutting out when the button is held down and then coming back in. So it's almost like if you want a stutter effect, you have to click the button like a 16th note ahead of where you want it to be, if that makes sense. It's very strange. It takes a while to get used to. I got used to it enough, but it's very hard to play consistently in time. Again, I'm sure I would get better at that if I practiced more, but honestly, I can foresee myself just probably not using this at all and just programming it in MIDI instead, because that's what I would do if I didn't have a kill switch anyway. So again, not a bad thing at all, and I'm sure some players will actually really love having this. I personally just am like, yeah, it's cool that it's there, but I probably won't use it. Doesn't get in the way or anything like that. It is nice that the volume knob is out of the way still. Like when I'm picking, it's nowhere near hitting my pinky. In a way, I almost wish that the volume knob and the kill switch were reversed on position, so the kill switch was here, volume was here, because I think the kill switch would have been easier to hit if it was right here rather than way back there. At least for the way I was playing it, that would have been a lot easier if I was just able to pick and then hit it right there rather than pick and then move over there. I don't know if that makes sense, but there you go. But yeah, everything else about this guitar feels awesome. It's pretty lightweight for what it is. It feels pretty balanced to me as well. I love how the reverse inline headstock looks. It looks like an absolute weapon. And like I said, the black on black on black thing looks super sick, especially how you can barely see the inlays or the logo on the headstock. I just think that's really cool. Looks very stealthy, for lack of a better term. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. As you can see, I really like this guitar, and it's very rare that I get a guitar that inspires riffs or a song idea immediately, and this one totally did. Like I said, I definitely am biting Peeling Flesh because I've been listening to them a lot right now, but it just like came to me within, I don't know, minutes of having this guitar. It was a really cool experience for me. But yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. So again, a massive thank you to Sweetwater for sponsoring this video and sending this guitar over to me. If you're interested in learning more about this guitar or buying any other piece of music gear you can think of, go check out the link to Sweetwater in the description and the pinned comment below. Also, a big thank you to Auto Audio for partially sponsoring this video. Again, there is a free trial to their plugin and a 50% off discount code on the screen right now. And last but not least, if you're interested in audio downloads, guitar tabs, stems, or a shout out on the screen like these lovely people here, you can find all that over on my Patreon page, which is also linked in the description below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.